welcome once again to your very own channel. But before starting, let me wish you all a very happy Christmas. May it brings happiness, a smile and joy for each one of you out there. Okay, so today's lecture is about golden rules of accounting. This is something which is very important even if you are a beginner or you are at an advanced learning of accounting. This is something that you should know and it's really important. So let's see what we have to understand. Basically, if you know the concepts that which type of account is this and which rule that you have to apply, so that it would be much easier for you to write down the entries. And for every understanding, you should be knowing that which type of account we are referring to. So we'll be discussing three main accounts: real account, personal account and nominal accounts. So first, let's have a look at the real account. Real account, as the name says, it refers to the assets and properties. It includes your inventories, cash, building. All these things are counted in your real account. So let's see what it is. It is related to assets or properties. They are further classified as tangible real account and intangible real accounts. By tangible real accounts, we mean that has a physical existence and that you can actually see and touch. And the intangible accounts are those which you cannot see and touch, but it is measurable in terms of money. So let's see tangible real accounts. They have a physical existence and can be touched. For example, building, cash, stationery, inventory, etc. Now, let's have a look at the intangible account. Intangible does not have any physical existence and cannot be touched, but these can be measured in terms of money and have value. So as for example, goodwill, patent, copyright and trademark. So what is the rule that you have to apply if you are talking about the real account? You need to remember that debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Means debit what comes into the business and credit what goes out of the business, of which goes out from the business. Example, furniture purchased by an entity in cash. So cash is going out, so it will be credited and furniture will be debited. So this is all you need to know about real account. Now coming to the next category, that is your personal account. When we talk about personal account, or by the name personal, you can easily understand it is referring to an individual. Along with an individual, it is also referring to artificial person like companies, associations, partnership and so on. So let's have a look. These are related to persons. These persons can be natural person like any person, X, Y, Z, Raj, Ramesh or whatever. And these persons can also be artificial persons like partnership firm, companies, corporations, associations. For example, you can see charitable trust, bank, XYZ company, trading company. So these are all examples of your personal account. What is the rule that applies? The rule says debit the receiver, credit the giver. Means the one who is receiving should be debited and the one who is giving should be credited. For example, goods sold to Suresh. So here you can identify that Suresh is a personal account. Okay, he is a natural person and his account will be debited when you are making an entry into the books of account or into the journal. Now coming to the third important account, that is your nominal account. This account is related to income, expenses and gains, and it includes income, commission, rent, salary, wages and every other thing. So these accounts are related to income or gains, like I told you, expenses or losses. Example, rent, commission, receive, salary, wages, conveyance and so many other expenses. Rule, what is the rule that it applies? Debit all expenses and losses of the business and credit all incomes and gains. Means all the expenses and losses should be debited and all the incomes and gains should be credited. For example, you can check that salary paid to employees of the entity. So here salary account will be debited and accordingly it will be done. So these are the three types of account that you need to know for the better understanding. So if you know these accounts, it is really easy for you to write down the journal entries. You don't have to mug up anything. These remembrance of these accounts will be great help to you. So here just have a quick look at what we have learned just now. Real account, debit what comes into the business and credit what goes out from the business. And the examples real account, tangible, intangible. It includes inventory, it includes your assets and properties. Intangible, goodwill, patent, copyrights, etc. Personal account, it can be an artificial person and a real person. So it can be any person, XYZ, an artificial person, company, corporation, association, and all that. And the rule it applies: debit the receiver, credit the giver. And lastly, we have nominal account, for which the examples like we have just seen, that it includes rent, salary, commission, wages. And the rule it applies: debit the expense or loss of the business and credit or the income and gain of the business. So this is how that you have to remember and you have to apply when you are writing the journal entries. If you are a beginner, you should know this, and even if you are an advanced learner, I know you must be knowing it, but if you are not well versed with that, you should be knowing it. Now here are some of the examples where you have to identify which type of account it is referring to. So I would suggest that if you could write it in the comment box and let me know that you have understood the concept, or else you can take note of it or picture of it and do the practice for yourself. The examples are goods purchased for cash, cash sales, sale of fixed asset, payment of expenses. So with this, we came to an end of this lesson, and I hope I have made everything clear to you. If you have any doubt, any query regarding any of the things that we have discussed, just feel free to let me know. And what all chapters you want me to cover in economics, statistics, business maths, what all you want me to cover in marketing communication, just let me know. I'll be covering all that. My aim is to just make it so simple and easy for you so that you have a clear and better understanding of each and every concept. So that's all for the day from my side. I hope you all have a great year and great understanding of all the concepts. May you all have a great future ahead. That's all from my side. Stay blessed, keep learning.